Hey guys, it's Silver's Beast and I'm back here to bring you a requested video, and that video is a walkthrough slash guide of NewGame Plus. NewGame Plus is one of the main game modes in Infinity Blade 2. You can unlock it by beating the God King in normal game, which is the game you start in. Once you beat the God King, you go to your character slots by touching that gear up there. And there'll be a New Game Plus option right here. Just touch that and your stats from the old game will transfer into New Game and you will start off in New Game Plus. New Game Plus starts off just like old game does. Watch the first cutscenes, then you see Issa talking to, or Isa, however you pronounce it, talking to Cyrus in the Sadie's garden, and then you fight the Shade, etc., go to Sadie, beat her, etc. The only difference is you don't get the Infinity Blade and all those cool items when you start New Game Plus. You get the base equipment, and yeah, that's pretty much the main difference. But the basic idea of New Game Plus is to infinitely level up your character by remastering items. And once you go into your first New Game Plus, you can remaster your items once. So you'll have mastered your items a total of 2 times. And the number of times you can master your items will be up in this corner right here. Rebirth 5 to the power of 86, which means I can master my items a total of 86 times, which is pretty cool. So when you master those items, obviously it gives you XP, and allows you to level up a lot faster. Or level up more, not faster, because you can't level up at all otherwise. Yeah, so after that, sorry, can't get my tongue right there. So once you start a New Game Plus, I know that a lot of people like to stay in each New Game Plus for a long time, mastering everything. That's not a good idea. That'll be very slow. You will get frustrated, maybe even quit New Game Plus, go back to old game, which is fine. It's fine. Some people like old game. I personally like new game, and this is a New Game Plus guide, so I'm going to get back to that. So yeah, just don't stay in each New Game Plus for too long. After about 2 or 3 New Game Pluses, rush through 3 or 4 of them, and then rest after on the 5th one to master more stuff. And that brings me to the next part of this video, when we're going to start talking about how to level. Leveling is the main part of New Game Plus, and one of the hardest to learn, because the skill of leveling is not easy to learn. I can help you learn it. In fact, I can probably help you a lot, but you cannot learn all of it. Nobody can teach you all of it. You have to play and learn how you can level effectively. And then maybe you can try out for the level 2000 club in the forums. But anyway, so yeah, I'm going to try to help you, teach you how to level, but after that, you're going to have to play it and learn how to do it. But my video should help you. Your best friends for leveling are these XP gems. XP plus 121 I have right here, and then another one. Also these 3 rings, Pega Circle, Iridix, and the Gem Circle, which I do not have New Game Plus, but it is the ring that you get by going into back game. These gems can increase your XP amount a lot. If you get 2 of the maxed out ones, which are both plus 125 each, plus 125%, you can get 250% of your normal XP, and that's great. The next gems you should be using are Gold Plus gems. These really increase your gold amount, obviously, and you do need gold in New Game Plus. You should get some drop gold gems. Right here I have a drop gold plus 100 gem. Slap that on one of your shields, helmets, or I think there's some armors that have slots for those as well, and that'll drop more gold for you out of chests. Also large chests are good for you. Just a little sidetrack right there. All chests are good for you, but as long as you have these drop gold gems, it'll make sure you drop gold out of the gems. I drop gold out of the chests, which is awesome. Also, another little trick for gaining gold is a little fix or patch for the game. It's when you start a new Game Plus and you watch the cutscenes with the worker with the little blue thing, and Issa talking to Cyrus, you can go in here So right after those cutscenes, you go down here, you go into Restart Rebirth 1. You restart Rebirth 1. I'm not going to do it now, but since I'm already 5 rebirths into this New Game Plus. But that'll just make you watch the cutscenes again, and you'll be right back at the beginning of that New Game Plus. It won't take you back in New Game Plus. It'll be, and it'll just fix your gold amounts to where the gold amount is tied to your New Game Plus number as opposed to your Rebirth number. Increase your gold amounts a lot. Mine are up from about, used to get maybe 1,000 from a fight, or more like 5,000, but now I get 300,000. Incredible increase in money. It also increased the value of gems that are dropped during fights as well, so that's awesome. And so yeah, that'll help. Those quick little tips about XP gems and gold. Always use XP gems when you're opening chests. Equip some gold gems in your ring and in your armor. You should always be mastering 5 items at once, and there is an exception to this rule, but there's only one. It's when you have a Pega circle or Iridix or the gem circle. If this is maxed out and you don't have any other hexagon gem rings, keep using it as long as you have an XP gem, because even with the lost XP that you get from not being able to add XP to this ring, you will still get more XP from the gem, because that'll give more XP to the other items, and you do lose some, but you gain more than you lose. So yeah, that'll help you level up more and get more gold. The next thing I want to talk about is your path through the castle. This is a crucial part of leveling up. You have to get an optimal gold to time to gold to XP ratio. And once you get that optimal ratio in place, you'll be speeding through the levels, and just nothing can stop you. But the path, I'm actually going along the path that I normally take right now, just so you can see it in action throughout the video. But I'm just going to go ahead and describe it to you. You go straight for the castle. You go through the courtyard, you go into the library, you turn right into the archivist's room, you open that large chest, which I'm about to do, then you go down to the king's tomb, and you go outside, where you can choose the Thane or MX Goliath. You go into the MX Goliath room, go open that large chest, go up to Thane, kill him, go into the Vault of Tears where the worker is, open that large chest, let the last version of Thane kill you, and restart the next rebirth. Quick little note here, you should have killed all 3 Blood Sentinels, Stone Demon, MX Goliath, and Archivist before attempting this. Also, yeah, so just do that and you'll get 3 large chests per rebirth. You won't have to fight any, you will not have any guaranteed monstrosity to fight, little 4-legged guys. They take longer to kill and they give less XP, so those are not good things to fight. So taking this path lowers your chances of meeting one of those by a great amount. And so yeah, that's the best path around the castle. You can take some little side tracks like the valley, where you fight the guy for the Vile Sword and the Vile Shield. You can take that little side track, or you can take a little side track on the courtyard where you go to the right, come back out, and then go normally. Yeah, you can take all those side tracks, open the large chests, give you a lot of gold, equip those gold gems to get the most gold, and so that's a good path around the castle. That's the optimal path that I would take, because it gets you the best time to gold to XP ratio, and that'll really help you level up fast. Next thing I want to talk about is treasure maps. Treasure maps, obviously, I think most of you new guys know what they are. There are two treasure maps, two treasure maps that are very good, and one treasure map that's good. I mean, it's not amazing, but it's good. This key treasure map, this is the best map. It's only 8,000, easy money. Yeah, I mean, it's easy to buy. You can use it on the first version of Thane, or the other versions, but they give you less. Those give you less. But if you use it on the first version of Thane, you go up to Thane's Tower, scroll over to the right, this pillar will be there, tap on it, it gives you a free large key. Nice, free large key. It's great. Help you get some extra cash. You can open this Sky Cages area if you want. That's just a great map. The other map is the old treasure map, which you can sometimes get out of the small chest right outside the castle. This area right here is right outside the castle as well. Just scroll over to the right before you enter the castle, and you'll see this area. Just tap there, and you get another little $3 key. Last one I wanted to talk about is the Faded Loot map. That map is good because it gives you a free Pega Circle, which is one of the best rings in NewGame Plus for its extra gem slot. Yeah, that ring is good. Free Pega Circle. Not gonna argue with that. That's a good map as well. All the other maps are good, but I mean, none of them are as good as the ones that give you large keys and free Pega Circles. All right. Sorry, I'm actually looking at my. I've actually written a whole NewGame Plus guide, written out one on the forums. I know some of you don't like to read, so I'm just gonna go ahead and do this in a video format for some of you who like to watch me fight, and visual aid as well, I guess. So I'm actually referring to that guide as I do this video. And the next thing I want to talk about is allocating skill points. Allocating skill points is tough because everybody fights differently. Some people like to use heavy, other weapon classes. I personally use dual, but I know that some people use all three. Some people use light, heavy, etc. If you're going dual, like I know a lot of people do, I would allocate every single skill point into attack. This will help build skills as you cannot get hit. It'll build your skills. It'll kill enemies really fast because you have everything in attack. Yeah, it's just all around great method. If you're not into all attack, I'd say if you're dual only, go 90% in attack, 10% into health. Since you don't need to put anything into shield since you won't be using a shield. Yeah, those are both great plans for allocating and the skill points for dual. If you're using light, I'd go 80% into attack, 10% into health, and 10% into shield. Heavy, 60% into attack, 20% into health, 20% into shield. And for all three, if you're using all three equally, 60% into attack, 30% into health, 10% into shield. And those are just a couple tips to allocate your skill points. Those are by no means the only ways. Obviously, allocate them however you want. Those are just some recommendations of mine, which I did research with other forum members because I know that I don't use heavy, so I had to ask around a few members who do use heavy to how they allocate their stats. So I did do research for this. So yeah, just allocate your stats however you want. Those are just a few recommendations to help you along. And I hope they do help you, because that's the point of this whole channel, and so I hope they help you. And the last thing I want to talk about before I summarize the whole video is decreasing monotony, because NewGame Plus can be very monotonous if you don't know how to do it. The first tip is to reallocate stat points frequently. If you find yourself getting bored, do this. If you don't, go ahead and keep them how they are. It's great. But if you find yourself getting bored, just reallocate your stat points to something weird. I mean, all attack is pretty entertaining all the way through, but if you find yourself getting bored, just allocate them all into health or something. Try to kill an enemy with all health. I don't know. Just do whatever. And right now I see I'm going to the MX Goliath room. But also, I touched on this in the beginning of the video, but I want to touch on it again a little bit. Alternating number of rebirths per NewGame Plus, which just means doing some speed run NewGame Pluses before settling down. Of course, settle down your first few NewGame Pluses. Go slow. You need to build up strength. Also, I forgot to cover this in the beginning of the video. I just wanted to say, before you enter NewGame Plus, before you touch that option in the character slots menu, make sure you're at least level 60 in NewGame Plus and Old Game before you transfer your stats over, because the first enemy in NewGame Plus is hard. Of course, if you're an experienced player, you can just go ahead with it, and if you're experienced, I'm not going to stop you. But my recommendation for casual players is to stay, or not casual, I mean just not like super hardcore players, to stay, to wait till they're about level 60 before hopping into NewGame Plus. Alright, back to what I was talking about. Just take your first 2 or 3, maybe even 4 NewGame Plus slowly, and then race through a couple. And say you race through 3, then you would rest, and then you would race through 4. And then you would rest, and race through 4, race through 5. You just keep increasing the number of race New Game Pluses you do. Probably won't get much money for it. And I got about a little bit. Yeah, so I'm just doing the path that I was talking about earlier in this video. But, sorry, I'm getting off topic here. So yeah, just, the rest New Game Pluses should be about 15 to 25 rebirths. Don't stay in New Game Plus for like 50 rebirths, that's insane. That'll really get you frustrated, unless that's how you like to play. Otherwise, that'll get you frustrated very quickly. But yeah, just keep increasing the number of race New Game Pluses you do in between break New Game Pluses every time you just keep increasing that number in between rests. That'll help decrease monotony a lot. And the last tip for decreasing monotony is mix it up, which this applies to reallocating stat points, but this is more of using different weapon classes. Try something different. Just do something different with your game. Use heavy for a little bit. Use light. Try to kill an enemy using some kind of obscure rule that you make up. Do a whole New Game Plus like that. Whatever. Just find a way to keep the game entertaining for you, because this is a game obviously supposed to be entertaining, and if it isn't, there's a problem. So you should figure out how to make the game entertaining for you. Otherwise, you'll probably quit, because who likes to play a game that isn't fun? Yeah, so that's just about it. I just wanted to summarize the video real quick. First, just go to the character slots to enter New Game Plus. Just tap the New Game Plus option, transfer your stats. Don't go into New Game Plus until you're level 60 unless you're experienced. Beat all 3 Bug Sentinels, then take the path that I described and that I just did in this video. Then kill you. Use XP gems and gold gems. Remember, learning the skill of leveling does not come easily. You have to play. Hopefully this video will help you, though. Master 5 items at once. Use the rings with the hex gem circles all the time. At the end of New Game Pluses, use all your cash that you've saved up by opening those large chests to master items. I can pump out maybe 50 levels with my cash reserves at the end of a rest New Game Plus, and I don't even have to try to get that much money. Use the grinder weapons. Nova Grinder is the dual one. They have a lot of XP for cheap, so good to use in the beginning of a New Game Plus. Use those treasure maps at Editon, the key treasure map, old treasure map, faded loot map. Allocate your skill points. A good one for duel is all into attack. Decreasing monotony. Reallocate your stat points every once in a while. Alternate your number of rebirths for your New Game Plus. This will increase your leveling speed because the Titans give more XP, and it will make it funner, hopefully for you. Just mix it up, and also just mix it up. Use heavy once in a while, dual, light, use all the weapon classes. Just find the way to make the game fun for you, because it's supposed to be fun. It's a game. So just once you have the skill of leveling, which is the main thing you do in New Game Plus, that skill of leveling will really help you level up, and maybe you'll even make this level 2000 club. And just a few last words here. New Game Plus is all about leveling your character to insane levels, and this can take very long unless you learn to level quickly. The skill of leveling quickly does not come instantly, but once you have it, you will rocket through the levels and maybe make the IB2 level 2000 club. After that, you may even qualify for the Pantheon. The Pantheon is something that's another club in the forums that I made. New Game Plus is incredibly fun if you do it right, but your definition of right may be different than what is outlined here. This is just an outline for you to follow. You don't have to follow by any means. If you find another method that works for you, great, do that. Play like you want, and don't let anybody tell you how to play otherwise. Tell you to play otherwise. Yeah, so guys, that's just about it for this video. If you do have any extra questions, I apologize, it's almost a 20-minute video. I apologize for that, unless you like long videos, I guess. Yeah, so, sorry, I lost my words for a second there. So yeah, just, I hope this video helped you. I know that browsing around the forum helped me, and hopefully I'm trying to bring the best of the forum's tips for NewGame Plus and my guide to you in a video, the easier to understand video. And so I really hope this helped you out. I hope you try out NewGame Plus. It's an incredibly fun game mode. Yeah, so just if you have any extra questions for me, I'm open to questions. I do know quite a little bit about NewGame Plus, not trying to brag, but I do. So just ask me questions in the comments and I will answer them. I will try to answer them as soon as possible. Yeah, so that's just about it for this video, guys. I'm Silver's a Beast and I'm out.